174 should be exciting. Two-time All-American, ranked number 5 in America, Rob Murray from Loras.
He's impressive. Look at that. He dropped his hips. He should have got lateral drop there, but he knew his position, and he ended up on top. I'll tell you, I'm impressed again.
Well, 174 should be real interesting because Rob Murray's opponent, what a story. Double amputee Nick Ackerman from Simpson.
Well, I've been following him quite a bit. I'm amazed by the guy. You'd think he'd be at a disadvantaged position, but I think he turns things around to his advantage. I give that young man a lot of credit. So, you know, I know that he's wrestled previously, and look at that. He ties him up in a cradle, and that's his patent move. And even if a guy gets out, he puts him back up. He uses his legs actually to his advantage in a cradle situation. His upper body strength is amazing, and he gets the job done.
Well, we jump to 197, where Upper Iowa has a returning All-American.
Now we're getting ready for 174, and this is the match that we talked about earlier. Rob Murray, the number 5 ranked wrestler in the nation, going up against Nick Ackerman, the number 6 ranked. Murray from Loras and Ackerman from Simpson. And there's Ackerman there, double amputee from very early in his life, and he's overcome that in a big way. He's an achiever, as you talked about, placer in the state, now ranked in the nation, trying to finish it off as a conference champion. There was Ackerman's mother right there, very, very proud. You can look at that upper body. It's the upper body of a 197-pounder. Very tough wrestler to go against. Ackerman from Colfax, Iowa, Colfax Mingo High School, and Murray from Orland Park, Illinois. Murray in the green ankle band. There there's the big L for Loras.
That last champion, Barclay, was from Apple Valley, Minnesota, and you know there's a lot of great wrestlers from Apple Valley right now. Nice shot, nice shot, real good shot. He's in tough. Tough. Trying to keep his hips underneath. Tough position, both athletes. Boy, I tell you, he's cranking on that knee. Does a good job of jumping across. Good scramble action, both wrestlers.
And aren't the officials supposed to let the offensive wrestler go a little bit longer this year with that knee
potentially dangerous?
Yeah.
Especially in pinning situations. You know, takedowns, yes, too, but
just got to where they were calling it a little too quick.
Yeah, especially with arm bars, near wrist, arm bars. You know, anything that you start cranking on the shoulder a little bit, you know, they're not going to roll over.
What a great story. Nick Ackerman, obviously, overcoming some disadvantage, turning him into his own advantage. He placed 6th at 152 as a senior in the Iowa High School State Championship. Very dangerous wrestler and deceptive right here as far as on his feet.
Well, you know, he's learned what he can do well and what he can't do well. And he probably stays in the positions that he can do well. And this is where he is right now. I think he normally would score a takedown here on most people. He's wrestling a fine wrestler there. So he's still in good position. If he gets his head out, he's going to have a score. You got to get on the far side. There it is. Wow.
Nope.
Oh.
Mike Allen.
Yeah, he gave him good reaction time there. So a lot of work for no points here. I'm going to tell you, that's good reaction. Good reaction.
No points. Murray and Ackerman go back to the feet to the center of the mat. Murray a senior, as well as Ackerman a senior. And he beat Nick Ackerman 6-4 earlier this year, and that's that was an earlier match. So Ackerman looking for a little revenge and his first conference championship. Murray's a 2-time All-American. He won the conference title last year, was co-outstanding wrestler of the whole tournament, and he was a conference runner-up the year before. Placed 5th when he was in Illinois in the high school state meet.
Wow. Good wrestling. Good wrestling. Good scramble action. It would seem to me that you would be able to snap and get a better angle and go around there, but he does a great job. Ackerman does a great job of keeping the athlete square out in front of him. Hustles. Strong in that position.
Still no points.
Right there is where it seemed like he'd create the position to score. He hasn't quite getting the angle on him. There's a little bit of an angle, but he does a good job of setting and coming around. So he's taking advantage of what he can do very well.
Well, as I said, we talked about being last year's outstanding wrestler and going against Nick tonight with Rob Murray earlier.
Well, I mean, every time I wrestle him, it's going to be a different match. it's going to end up being, because it's so awkward, the style. I mean, I can't do the things I like to do with my feet because I'm basically a feet wrestler, and I like to shoot doubles and high crotches. So, you know, every time I just go out there, I just got to stay mentally focused and work front headlocks and things like that.
As Rob Murray, a two-time All-American, talking about his challenges wrestling Nick Ackerman.
Well, you know, he doesn't have a lot of a target for those leg tackles just because he's so low to the ground there. And with that, he changes his tactics, and when he has to change his tactics, that's not quite his style. So it throws him off a little bit.
We'll get the other side of it. Jim Gibbons had the opportunity to talk with Ackerman, and we'll see that, we'll hear that between periods. Zero still, second period, and less than a minute and a half.
There's a mistake in riding right there. He's over the arm. And when he came over that arm, you saw Ackerman come quickly grabbing a hold of it. Yeah. That gave him the opportunity to get the escape. As soon as he came over the arm, he needed to stay behind the arms if he wanted to get the right in time. I'll tell you, he was on that hand like glue. That came over once and it was there. Boom, double hands. He knew his position again. There's a good shot. Long shot.
It in.
Wow. Strong position. Strong position. Got an arm turn too. Powerful pulling.
And as we talk, this is a very important match for Loras and Luther, with Loras and Luther tied right now at 18.5. And if Loras wins this match,
Who'd he warn? Top wrestler.
That would put them in second, but if they lose, that would leave them both in second place. And so Ackerman trying to help out Luther by beating the Loras wrestler, Rob Murray. And if he does, he is beating a two-time All-American who beat him earlier this year 6-4.
Did you hear your warning?
Good single leg. He pulls up and he pops it to the right real quick. He took the weight away from him.
Okay,
so that was nice. Good finish. He was actually over the arm and he didn't take advantage of that position there, but he's in a position here where he's on a shot, kind of like, but he needs to pull it up and cut the corner, and he got a cradle locked up. And he's going to get some, should have a reversal. He hasn't scored any back points yet, but there he should score some back points. And that was the end of the period. He got two, put him back in the match.
Well, as we said, we talked to Nick, who's been wrestling a long time, and asked him to reflect on his career.
I don't know, I started wrestling in 3rd grade, so it's always just been building on itself ever since I was young, you know. I mean, always just another step, you know, just something else you got to overcome and just keep building on it. And now you're at the collegiate level, and, you know, you're at the national tournament where, you know, every kid wants to be at the end, you know. It's the top of the top, so.
Speaking of national tournament, you're looking at 2 qualifiers right there. 2 weeks from now, they'll be back at it, getting ready for the National Division IIIs here in Young Arena. Both have qualified by being in the finals. Nick Ackerman on the left leads. No, it's actually after those back points. Murray is out in front, 4-3. Minute and a half left over Nick Ackerman. Rob Murray, the 2-time All-American from Loras, trying to get his team into second place all alone with a win, and he's ahead 4-3.
Yeah, he's not quite as aggressive as he has been on his leg tackles, because he's been on 2 or 3 at the beginning, almost scoring, and then he did score a nice single leg, head the inside, where he popped his hip in and threw him over. So far this period, almost a minute's gone down, and he hasn't made a good shot yet. I don't know if that putting him on his back caused him a little bit to change tactics, or if he's a little bit tired, but he needs to score, and we're down to the final minute here. Or maybe he's saving up right now to get that one good shot to finish up and won't have to ride very long. It's interesting to see his tactics. So far he hasn't opened up.
Mike Allen was waiting for that shot by him. Official to warn Rob Murray. There's the replay that
locked him up. Head and knee got together. Head and knee got together, and he locked it up. Got in the back points. 2-2.
Still 4-3. 30 seconds left in the entire match, and
they're going to blow the whistle here. Well, not now. He's looking for a spin. He's looking for some kind of an angle. There's not much time left.
What he needs to do is shoot right here, because.
Yeah. If he gets in on a deep single, he's strong. He's strong. In fact, he's strong right there. That's where he got to get his head out. 10 seconds. It's a tough situation. Wow.
Unfortunate
I'd
there.
like to see that scramble for 10 seconds there. That could have been anybody. Now he's going to have to do it in a hurry. Now he's going to have to get to that single leg. And it looks like time's going to run out on him. But he was in a position to win, but he left it down to one time. He should have probably turned it up earlier. Could have had several opportunities.
Yep. And the winner is Rob Murray with a 4-3 victory over Nick Ackerman. Second victory of the year. 6-4 first time, 4-3 second. Closing a gap, but there's a two-time conference champion.
I'll tell you, that was a tough match. Actually, Ackerman probably did the majority of the good wrestling and looked like he, except for about 10 seconds into that match, into that second period. And he took advantage of it, clamped it on him, got them 4 points. It doesn't matter. It's the score at the end.
There's a look at Nick Ackerman, runner-up in the Iowa Conference Championship.